everyone! So it is time for the Booktubeathon of 2018. Ariel Bissett hosts this readathon every single year. It's a really big deal in the bookish community on Booktube and other places as well. We are super excited to be participating as a group this year. We're going to kind of be all over the place when the readathon is actually happening, but we have our TBRs and we're going to do our best, so let's just get into it. So every year there are 7 different reading challenges for this readathon. Ariel kind of switches them up from time to time, so let's see what we're going to be reading for this week. So the first challenge was, let a coin toss decide your first book. So I have a coin. Cool. Crystal, do you want to start?
Sure.
Now how do we do this when we have more, like, do we decide which two we're flipping between?
Yeah. I watched her video and she says pick 2 of your books and of one of those you'll read them first.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna choose My Beloved Brontosaurus and The Making of Caddyshack.
Nice.
Cute.
So heads for this little gopher's face and tails for the big long dinosaur.
Cute.
That makes sense to me. And it's heads.
Dinosaur book.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
Oh.
Because
I can't
Brontosaurus has a
remember.
longer tail. Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Ignore me.
my first read will be Caddyshack.
It's so
Spoiler alert. This is one of my choices for this readathon.
Alright, Cori's turn.
I guess I was a little bit confused by that prompt because I didn't realize it was like that it's picking what book you're going to read first. I thought it was just like it's picking between 2 books in your stack.
So that's first read, but you can play with it. It's fine.
Whichever coin, like whatever this says, I don't read, I'm not going to be reading for the readathon.
That's
so
nice.
Okay.
the stakes are high.
The stakes are high.
But I chose Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman and When the Moon Was Ours by Anne-Marie McLemore. Both of these books I really, really want to read, so I don't care what the coin toss says, because I will be happy. Okay, so I guess I will do heads for Challenger Deep and tails for When the Moon Was Ours. I feel scared. I'm gonna flick this all over the place. No, that was the crappiest coin toss ever! Hold on, again. Heads! So this one.
No, that's tails.
That's actually tails.
It's confusing because
animal.
it is a head.
Okay, well, then this one.
We're really good at this, keeping track of this coin toss thing.
A bit rusty.
So I feel like I'm about to spoil basically all of my books by showing them because
That's okay. You can still explain why for the other prompts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I went quite realistic with my the number that I'll be able to read in a week. So I only have 3 to choose from, but I will choose between Eventown by Cori and Haydu. This is a middle grade book that's coming out next February.
That's cute.
And Gillian Flynn's Sharp Object.
2 kind of polar opposite books.
Yes.
Very
going
much.
on there.
So I will do heads for Gillian Flynn, tails for Eventown by Cori Haydu. And Haydu. I've flipped a coin in a really long time.
Yeah. The pressure.
Your boob!
I got it!
We got it!
I don't.
Uh-oh,
I feel like I
lost
should
it.
do it again.
I got it!
Okay.
We'll try one more time.
I'm gonna try that again.
At least we're the
We'll
most
edit it, don't
comedic
worry.
group out there.
Oh, jeez, Sally. Okay, 3rd time's a charm.
We got this. We're showing off our athleticism.
Heads, which means sharp object. Yes, that's what I wanted to start with.
Perfect.
So there we go.
Alright, so I have a book that just came out, and that is I'm Not Missing by Carrie Fountain. This sounds like a fun contemporary summer story. And then a book that doesn't come out till October. Nope, September. And The Ocean Was Our Sky by Patrick Ness. I am really excited for this one. I kind of want this to be the one that comes out first, but we'll still see. So, heads, tails. Alright, pressure's on. Heads! Yay!
Yay!
Did we all get heads?
No, you got tails.
You got tails, honey.
Moose head.
Caribou.
So this is gonna be my first read.
Cool.
Awesome.
What a funny size for an arc. I wonder if
It's
that's what
all
the
like,
actual...
you remember A Monster Calls.
In theory, yes.
It has like a beautiful artwork all throughout it. So
Wow.
It's a unique size as well.
yeah, it is.
Here it is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, cool. So first read's chosen.
Awesome.
Coin toss done.
The second challenge is read a book about something you would like to do.
Cool.
We'll start down with Crystal again.
Okay, so for me, that is my beloved Brontosaurus. On the road with old bones, new science, and our favorite dinosaurs. So I want to go on a dinosaur dig at some time in my life. And it's just always been on my bucket list. I've never outgrown my dinosaur phase.
No.
And I bought an ebook version of this a few years ago, but reading it on a little screen and having so much information, I'm like, I need to take notes.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I recently picked this up in hardcover, and I got some little page flags, so I'm going to dive in.
So beautiful.
I have 3 dinosaur books I want to read this summer, and I'm starting now.
Cool.
Yay.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Color?
So I chose Finding Yvonne by Brandy Colbert. Colbert? I don't know. And it comes out in August. And this is about a girl who is really good at the violin. And I've always wanted to learn how to play the violin.
Cool.
It's not all it's about, but she's a violinist and she unexpectedly gets pregnant. So it's her dealing with her pregnancy and what she wants to do after school with her music. And I've heard really good things about this author, but I've never finished one of her books, so I'm excited to read this one.
Awesome.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So I chose Comfort Me with Apples by Ruth Reichl. She is, where did she work? She was the restaurant critic for years and years, I believe, for the New York Times. And I would absolutely love to travel the world and eat food and cook and have that be my life. So
Sounds awesome.
this is one of a few different memoirs that she's written, just like about her life and food. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Nice. I picked The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery because, first of all, I've been meaning to read this for years. And it's about a man who works in a bookstore. And I've never done that before. And I would love to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this. Apparently it's very heartwarming. And yeah, excited about it.
I've heard such good things about that.
Alright, so challenge number 3 is read and watch a book to movie adaptation or book to show adaptation. Whatever. Book to something.
Cool.
Okay, I have 2 choices, and both are a bit of a cheat. So I recently bought Caddyshack, the making of a Hollywood Cinderella story. And I do have the DVD, which I don't think I've ever actually seen. I can't honestly say I've seen Caddyshack. I probably have, but I want to watch it and remember it. So I might do these together. Or I have the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. And I do want to read this before the movie comes out. The movie won't be on Netflix till the 10th of August, so I might have to watch it a little later. So
That's what it sounds like.
I
2
forgot they were
very
turning
different
that
choices, but I'll see what happens. Well, apparently I have to read this first.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that will happen.
Cool.
Alright.
The bottom of the pile.
Ooh, scary. So I chose one where I'm really excited to read the book and I'm super not excited to watch the show, the movie. But that is Death Note, and this is volumes 3 and 4. I read volumes 1 and 2 last October, and I've been meaning to continue with the series because I loved that book. So I'm really excited. Cori had the good idea that I could watch some of the original anime episodes, so I'll probably do that, but I think I am gonna watch the really bad Netflix adaptation just so I can compare and be angry about it.
That's good.
I do like Nat Wolf,
Yeah.
so
Me too.
I don't know, we'll see, but I have heard terrible things about the adaptation, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to read this regardless.
All right. So I also did, I did a show adaptation for this one instead of a movie, and that is Sharp Objects, again, by Gillian Flynn. I actually have read this book already, but several years ago. But the show just came out on HBO and is like currently airing, so there's only a few episodes out so far. I have seen the first 2 already. I think I'm gonna make myself stop until I've finished the book and then catch up. But I remember like the very end, like the shocking end, kind of, but I have forgotten like all the details leading up to it. So I'm really looking forward to reading it again.
Nice.
And she is just, it's one of the creepiest books I've ever read. I do remember that much.
I've heard people say it's definitely her darkest.
Yeah, it is. And I want more. I love her.
I picked a children's classic that I haven't read. I'm still waiting for my hold to come into the library, but that is Holes.
Oh, cool.
I don't remember who it's by.
Louis Sekar.
Louis Sekar?
I don't know how to say it, but yeah.
My DVD at the library came through. And apparently, Korrina loves this movie.
I really do. It's like my childhood.
So, I've never read it, and I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. I've never been spoiled for Holes. So, I'm excited about this one, because it'll be a really quick read, and probably very fun.
Yeah. Now, can I ask, is everybody going to read first and then watch? Is that the plan?
I don't know. I've been torn. I don't know if I
think
want to
yours is a bit
watch
different.
Caddyshack and then see how it was made, or do I want to like hear about the making of this movie and then watch the final project?
It's
I
probably
really
fun to
haven't
watch it
decided.
first.
Yeah, I think that would
Yeah,
be.
that's where I'm leaning,
Perception.
but I'll see what happens.
You could do both. You could like read chapter by
Concurrently.
chapter. I'm sure that would be hard to pause the movie.
Because
read
it's
a
not an
chapter.
adaptation. It's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
There's just so much more.
Or like bookend it, like watch
Background.
it, read it, and then watch it again. Like,
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
Or like if there's like DVD commentary, like watch it with the
Yeah.
commentary or something.
Yeah, lots of
so
things you
many
could do.
options.
We'll see what happens.
Alright, so we have probably one of the easier challenges. Read a book with green on the cover. Can be anything.
That will be my dinosaur book. It's got a green plant. It's got a green shirt.
Green.
Yeah, green.
Green is there. Perfect.
For this one, I kind of wanted to have at least one mystery or thriller because those tend to, like, I can read them really fast, and so I think they're good for readathons. So I picked The Rattled Bones by S.M. Parker. And I actually haven't heard that much about it. The synopsis is really long and kind of convoluted, so I won't go into it really. But I think it's like a mystery that takes place on an island, and it deals a lot with like events that have happened in the past. And it just sounds like really spooky and atmospheric, which I love. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I really haven't heard many people talking about it.
The body under the water.
Scary. And I am once again going to go with Sharp Objects by Gillian or Gillian Flynn. I'm never sure how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I hear both, but
Yeah. Green.
Green.
And I went with Miles Morales by Jason Reynolds. There's green. And this one's nice and short. It's a good readathon book. I think it's like 250 pages long. And I've wanted to read it for a while, and I'm sure it's really fast and fun. So
Spider-Man.
it's Spider-Man. So I'm excited to get to this one. Number 5. Read a book while wearing the same hat the entire time.
So show your hat.
I have my favorite hat, which I wear everywhere. When I travel, when I go outside, when I don't feel like brushing my hair. So, easily done.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Which book are you going to use for that one?
Oh,
Because you have to wear that hat every time you read the book.
well,
Keep that hat on, girl.
maybe Caddyshack.
Yeah,
Pretend it's my little golfing hat.
Yeah, perfect.
See how things go.
sounds
stuff.
good.
So I don't really like to wear hats, and I don't really own that many, but I'm going to wear my summer hat.
It's so cute.
And I picked a short book, well, one that I'll probably fly through, because I don't really want to wear my hat very much. But that is Wires and Nerves Volume 2, Gone Rogue by Marissa Meyer. So this is the second volume in the Lunar Chronicles comic graphic novel series, which I've been meaning to read for months. And look how beautiful it is.
Ooh.
It'll be really fast to get through, so you can take off your hat in no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going on like a vacation to visit family, so my goal is to read this in the hammock with my hat on.
Oh,
Perfect.
that sounds glorious.
Yes.
I'm excited already.
I want a hammock. Okay. I also went with a baseball cap for this one. This is from a local comedy show in Vancouver called The Lady Show, and it is the only baseball hat that fits me. So there we go. This is what I will be wearing. Beautiful.
And
My
what
nephew. Oh, right. I'll. I mean, I'm gonna wear it with this one, and then maybe I'll wear it for the other two as well, because I do actually like wearing this hat, and it's good for if I'm at the park and it's sunning out.
Cute sun,
There you
guys.
go. Yeah. My nephew chewed on it. It has permanent bite marks on it.
It's special.
Yeah.
So now, I actually put up an Instagram poll last night on my Instagram
Nice.
asking people which hat I should wear. So let's see what the results are in. Oh. Why is it not showing me the results?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So these are my hats. This is from the World Fair in Aichi, Japan in 2005, where I lived when I was there. And then this is called a Chad hat, because this is Chad. The guy on the motorcycle is Chad. And I got this in 1999 when we were on a motorcycle team. And the winner is overwhelmingly Morizo and Kikuro, which were their names. So this will be the hat I'll be wearing for the entire time I'm reading.
Perfect.
I find this one a tiny bit more comfortable, not gonna lie.
But the people have spoken.
The people have spoken. I asked.
Yeah.
So for this one, I'm going to finally pick up Saga Volume 8.
Ooh.
I've owned this for months and months, and I haven't read it yet, and I remember the story, so I don't need to reread the first 7. I can jump into this one, and I don't have to wear the hat for that line.
Yes.
I do like this hat. It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be difficult to remember to put the hat
Yeah,
on every
yeah.
time you read that certain book.
I think
Not
I'm gonna-
if you keep the book in the hat
Yeah.
when
Oh,
you're
that's
reading.
clever.
I do a lot of reading in bed though, so I'm just gonna sit there with my hat on. And I'm sure
In
John's
bed.
gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
I
I'm
think my plan is I'm
participating.
gonna purposely leave the house with my hat on and go sit in the park and just read it
Yeah.
and
Nice.
done, and
It's
then
like
I'll be done.
perfect summertime.
Exactly.
Excellent challenge.
I love this challenge. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
All right. My hair is probably great now. Okay, and then challenge number 6 is read a book with a beautiful spine.
I finally have a different answer.
I 100% forgot about this challenge. I was
That's
going
okay.
through them the other night, and I was like, "Okay, good, I got it." I will find one, and for the wrap up, I will be like, "I read this beautiful."
Sounds good.
Okay.
For this challenge, I decided to go with First and Then by Emma Mills. I like the whole dust jacket, but the spine's cute too.
It is cute.
I just wanted like a nice contemporary book because those are usually really fast reads
Yeah,
as
totally.
well. And this is the only Emma Mills book I haven't read, so
Awesome. Perfect.
gotta read it. I think it's like a Pride and Prejudice retelling, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I
So
remember
pretty.
reading, yeah.
Interesting.
I have read that book, but maybe I wasn't
Pretty sure it is.
reading into it.
People were like, oh, it's Pride and Prejudice mixed with Friday Night Lights.
oh,
Oh, interesting.
Which I just started watching Friday Night Lights, by the way.
That's awesome.
It's a great show. Such a good show.
All right.
So I am using Eventown by Korrina Haydu for this one. This is just the arc, but the spine, even on the arc, is really lovely. I
very
love
cute.
that the illustration wraps around the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know a ton about this other than like moved to a new town, and it's kind of like everything seems perfect in this town, but perhaps it's not. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out more.
Cover.
It's so pretty.
And I picked another summer contemporary book, and that is Wanderlost by Jen Malone. And it just has this nice, like, pretty pink kind of ombre-y spine, and it's about like a European road trip and summer love. So sounds great. So I'm excited. I think it'll be a really another fast read for the readathon. So, and how cute.
Yeah.
Okay. So the final challenge is not everybody's gonna do the final challenge, which is totally reasonable because that is read 7 books. This is I think the only challenge that they have every single time.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a 7-day readathon every time. So Crystal, are you planning to try to get through 7?
I am. I have my chosen 3. I know I said I couldn't decide between Potato Peel Pie Society and Caddyshack, but I really want to read it. The movie comes out soon, so I might make that one of my 7.
It's a really good one.
And I just finished the first 3 graphic novels for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and the next 3 are currently waiting for me at the library.
Oh,
so I think I'm going to try and knock off the next 3 next week. And then that's 6. Maybe I'll sneak in another graphic novel
Yeah.
The one with this good spine.
Or a pretty spine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. That's perfect, actually.
Mystery book.
Mystery movie.
We'll see.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. It's also renewal week, so
Yeah. And Crystal is a busy woman during that time.
So I have no idea if I'll be able to get through 7.
But
But
you'll try.
two are graphic novels as well, so those are really fast.
The
But
whole point is to try to read more than you normally would.
Yeah.
it's true, and it's totally fine if you don't read 7
Mhm.
books. But I chose Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo because I really want to read this series before the end of the year. So maybe a readathon will help push me to do it. I don't know why I'm so hesitant. I think once I start reading it, I will just really, really love it.
Yeah.
I felt the same way about Six of Crows. It took me a few tries. So
Have you started this book before?
I've started it once before, but I didn't get very far, like
It does-
maybe 20 pages.
It does have a pretty good beginning. Like once you get into it, like maybe even just about 30 or 40 pages, it really kind of oh shit moments happen right away. So
Yeah. I hope, I really want to like it and
I
read
hope you
it,
like it,
and
too.
finally learn all the references I see
Yeah.
online, and and I want to read this before the Nikolai book comes out next year, so I hope it happens.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so as I said at the beginning of this, realistically, I don't think I'm going to get through 7. So
Which
I'm
is
going to
fair.
focus on these 3 first. But I didn't have a chance to go to my library yet, and I do love like randomly reading graphic novels. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pick up. I would love to read the first saga if anyone can lend it
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
I can borrow mine. I have it here.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and up my numbers with some graphic novels, but they are undecided at this point. So like these guys,
Sounds
check
good.
back in for the wrap up.
So my last book is a really big one.
Oh my goodness.
But it's
God.
only because I have the audiobook of this from the library.
Okay.
So this can be like my audiobook for the week.
Ah.
So as the week goes on. And this cover is terrifying, by the
Yeah.
way. And it's Bag of Bones by Stephen King. Like,
I haven't even heard of that.
A haunted love story. It looks scary. I don't know what it's about. I just picked this up at the thrift store. I read quite a few Stephen King books last year, and have enjoyed pretty much all of them. Like he is, like,
Stephen King for a
he
reason.
catches me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what's happening? So this is an audiobook, a really long one. I think it's 23 hours or 21 hours long. So I think this will be my audiobook for the week, and I can listen to it to and from work and stuff.
You'll totally get through it.
Oh yeah. It's scary. But I'm pretty excited, and I think so. That's the 7th book that I'm gonna read. I think.
Wow,
I
great.
have faith.
I have complete faith.
Yeah, I have complete faith in you. No question.
You're
I don't know
gonna
about
end up reading
me,
like
but-
9.
Yeah.
I'll just put in a few more there. But I picked, to be fair, I purposely, other than this one, picked all very short books.
Yeah.
I think they're all under 300 pages long. So I did
I'm
that on
interested
purpose.
to hear your thoughts on Miles Morales because he is my favorite incarnation of Spider-Man.
Is that the one that there's a movie coming out of?
Yeah, it's an animated one in
Yeah.
December. I think it's going to be really good. I
I
think.
saw a preview for it and it
Yeah.
looks insanely good.
Mhm.
All right, so those are some of the books that we are planning to read for the Booktubeathon 2018. Now, we are actually the official Instagram sponsors for the Booktubeathon. We're going to be having lots of content over on the Booktubeathon Instagram page and on our Instagram page, so make sure you're following both of those accounts. There's going to be giveaways and all sorts of fun, so make sure you're tuned in over there as well. We will leave all of the information for the Booktubeathon in the description down below. I'll leave the dates and everything like that so you can get all caught up, and I'll also leave a link to the Booktubeathon reading challenges announcement video so you can go and fulfill these challenges yourself if you would like to.
So as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Happy reading and thanks for being awesome.
Bye!
Bye.